Hello, in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to analyze historical sources. In this course, you are given a number of source analysis assignments. So I've provided a couple of tools to help you with those assignments. So on your modules page, under tutorials and templates, I provided a couple of different tools. The first is a HIP source analysis infographic, which I'll explain in a moment, and the source analysis template. First, the HIP source analysis infographic looks like this. And HIP stands for historical context, intended audience, purpose, and point of view. And all of this information is similar to the information I've provided on the template. So it's basically a duplicate in many respects. So let's take a look at the source analysis template. This template is what I want you to submit as your source analysis assignments. So for each source analysis assignment, I will provide you an historical source. So you are to review the source. So I want you to provide the following information. First, the source title, the source date, then the author, and then whether it's a primary or secondary source. In week 1 of this course, you learned how to identify primary or secondary sources. So if you don't remember, go back to the tools I provided you in week 1 under introduction. If the author is not stated or the date is not stated, then just put NA in these spaces. So the first thing you're going to look at is historical context. So when or where was the document created? So it might have a date on it, it might not, but you need to review the information in the source to figure out what was going on at the time. You know, what had just happened or what was about to happen. Were we about to go into World War I? Were we just getting out of World War I? You know, what was happening in society at the time or what was happening in America at the time? Then there's your intended audience. Who is the primary audience? Who else will hear or see it? Is there a reason this audience has been targeted? How might this influence the credibility or accuracy of this source? So who was it written for? Is it written to a specific person? Was it written to the general public? You know, etc. So figure out who the audience is. Next is the purpose of the source. Why was the source produced? What was the author trying to do? Did the author have ulterior motives or hidden motives? What was the author trying to accomplish? Were they trying to persuade the public? Was it propaganda? Were they trying to inform? What were they trying to do? And then finally, the point of view. The author's view, bias, interpretations, feelings, and sentiments. You know, who is the author? What do they believe or want? What is the author's race, gender, age, ethnicity, religion, which might influence their perspective? And do you know anything about the author's personality or viewpoint? In week 1, we talked about bias. So this is very similar to that. Bias is part of the point of view. So those are your instructions. If you have any questions or concerns, please let me know.